welcome to this week's episode of MSTV. I am your host, Joe Pietaro, publisher of Muscle Sport Magazine. That's right, the new one, Big Frank Budaleski on the cover. And also, you can watch his show weekly. Country Crush presents Big Freakin' Frank. And I want to say thanks and hi to Ray Coate from Country Crush. I'm going to be hanging with this guy at the Olympia. That's right. This episode will be out, I don't know, a day or two before that Keefus and I get on board JFK en route to fucking Vegas. So I'm very, very happy to say that it's going to be a great trip. We have a lot of things lined up already. And also, things just happen when we're on these trips that just shit falls into our lap that we just run with and have a ball. Usually it's like when we're having a couple of pops at the hotel bar. But of course, Old School Iron, thank you for being the title sponsor of MSM's complete coverage, previews during the show, during the whole weekend, and recaps of the 2018 Olympia. Thank you so much. And those two aforementioned companies, Old School Iron, you know them, you've seen them on the cover before, and Country Crush. Plus, we got some other things in the oven. By the time the next episode comes out, hopefully we'll be able to talk more about it. Part of what is our Vegas trip entails. But we're getting a lot more fucking material with strength sports involved. So it makes perfect fucking sense to lead this episode off with Rob Frampton, Strongman out of the UK, interviewed by our MSM family member, UK ambassador, Stevie Shooey Shoesmith at the Body Power UK. I held on to this interview. I wanted to do this interview when there was other things going on. And you know what? Strongman-wise, strength sports, a lot of good synergy happening right now between MSM and strength sports. The timing is right. I told Stevie, I said, I don't want to blow the whole load in one fucking show all of these great interviews. I held on to him. I also held on to another one that I really, really enjoyed a lot. Lenda Murray, Perennial Ms. Olympia, Lenda Murray. And she is just goddamn fucking drop dead gorgeous. Always was and always will be. So you're going to see Lenda coming up. Shooey the Shoe over in the UK with Frampton. And the host. There's always surprises coming on what's going on with MSTV. So we will be right back after this quick message from Hot Stuff Nutritionals.
Steve here, Muscle Sports Magazine, Muscle Sports TV. I'm here, in my opinion, a true UK legend, which is Rob Frampton, one of the strongest motherfuckers that I know. How you doing, Rob?
Hello, buddy. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. For the American viewers, right, give them a bit of description of who you are and what you do, all right?
Well, I've been doing Strongman now for 15 years. I've been to World's Strongest Man 3 times. I've done England's, Europe's, Britain's, Champions League. I've done 115, maybe 118 competitions in those years. I've broken bones. I've shattered muscles. I've done pretty much everything I can to my body, but I'm still here. I'm still competing. I'm still doing what I love for 15 years. I adore it. It's brilliant. Strongman to me is the best thing ever. It's the best competition. It's the best buzz. And it's great to train for because it's so dynamic. It's three-dimensional and it kicks everything else's ass. It's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, because I think Rob knows me really well. He knows I've competed for many years as a bodybuilder. But let's face it, as a spectator sport, it's fucking shit, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, bodybuilding is such it's very inclusive. It's very, unfortunately, it's a selfish sport because you've got to go through so much, and it's a personal journey. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, if you're not right and you're not cut right and you're not looking right, you get up on that stage and you fail. And that's sad in a way, but also it's down to the individual. Strongman is very similar to that, as in you're still doing your personal quest, but when you get to the competition, you've got 10, 12, 15, 16 other guys that are really, you'll share belts and sake.
Friends. They're like friends, aren't they?
It's a brethren. It's the best thing. It's the best feeling, and whether you lose or win or whatever, we're still there for each other, no matter what. And I've known guys I've competed with, like I said, for the last 15 years, that are still the closest of friends.
Terry Hollins,
Terry, Adam Bishop, Lawrence Charlet, Sadrunas, Thor, Sven Carlson, Kazmaier, all these guys that I looked up to as a child, and now I'm blessed that they're my friends. Eddie Hall, all these guys they're just great friends and awesome people, but such good, dedicated strongmen.
So for myself, as you know me quite well, Rob, you know I love strongman as a spectator sport. Fuck, guys, there's nothing for me better than watching huge motherfuckers lift huge weight, and instead of like sitting there like a bunch of pussy boys fucking posing like that. Am I not right? This thing's cookie cutter. You can fucking swear it if you want, Rob.
Do you know what? Strongman to me is very sort of very caveman type of thing. It's battle about who really wants it the most. And like I say, I've broken bodies and torn muscles off. And that's the thing. It's giving your body 100% every single fucking competition, every single training session. And the great thing about strongman is you can pretty much eat whatever the fuck you like. And do you know what? I love that. He's a 158 kilo body weight. I love my food. So
he's 100. What's that in pounds for the Americans?
That's about 390 pounds.
He's 390 pounds, guys. And what are your plans for 2018?
So 2018, unfortunately, I injured my back again late last year. So I'm having to take pretty much another maybe 3 months out. I've got a few bulge discs which I've had sorted, but obviously it's the rehab and the pre-op which takes a bit of time. Yeah. So I'm taking a little bit of time out. I'm still training. I still train really hard because I find training light absolutely shit. But I still train hard, and then I've got the World Masters actually in the States, in North Carolina.
It is in North Carolina. I think Joey's actually going to that. I'm pretty sure the boss from Muscle Sports Magazine, I think he's actually going to that. And now, what I see you doing a lot of, he's hard to get a hold of, guys, believe me. He's always busy. He's a really good judge. You judge a lot of these competitions, don't you?
Yeah,
because you know your shit.
Yeah, I've been refereeing about 10 years now. I'm a world level referee, so I can referee from all sort of standards. And I know I love it because I'm seeing the next level, the next people coming through. So we got novices today, and I'm seeing these, and I'll probably see these in 4, maybe 5 years' time at open level, I hope. And I'm just showing them and giving them a little bit of tips and ideas of, training hard, but also staying safe and God forbid, staying injury-free, because that's what it's about. The only guaranteed thing in strongman is injuries, and it's just how you get over it, how you prehab, and how you rehab your injuries.
Exactly. Guys, you should follow him on his Instagram account. All right, what's your Instagram account? I know.
Instagram's Rob Frampton 73.
Right. You can follow him on Rob Frampton 73. My name's Steve. This is Big Rob. Rob, thank you very, very much, brother. No,
I'm enjoying what you're doing, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Whatever you do, love it.
And I'm going to say this as a personal note. I really love this guy. I look up to him. Literally, fucking look up to him. I've known him a long, long time because of people like Rob, even Ian Hendy. I know Paul Smith. They're the ones that have actually kept me in this sport because I like lifting heavy, even though I'm an old cunt now. I still like lifting heavy, and I look up to guys like this. So give them a follow, brother. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day. Peace.
horrifying, bro. I'm horrified. I'm fucking horrified. I'm horrified. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking horrified. I'm horrified. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking Brillo pass. Brillo pass. Fucking disgusting. With a fucking Brillo pass. Brillo pass. Fucking disgusting. With a fucking what? I said what? What? Wait, what? What? I said what? What? Wait, what? What? Bitch. Fuck. Bitch. What the fuck? Bitch. Fuck. Bitch. What the freak? Man, I couldn't breathe, man. Can't fucking breathe, man. Man, I couldn't breathe, man. Can't fucking breathe, man. His dick was in my face. Blood on his dick. On my face. His dick was in my face. Blood on his dick. On my face. Horrified. I'm horrified. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking horrified. I'm horrified. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking Brillo pass. Brillo pass. Fucking disgusting. With a fucking Brillo pass. Brillo pass. Fucking disgusting. With a fucking walrus. The walrus. Fucking disgusting. Fucking Brillo pass. Brillo pass. Fucking disgusting. With a fucking walrus. The walrus. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking horrified. I'm horrified. Fucking disgusting. I'm fucking horrified.
The man is an editing genius or growth to be a freak.
How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Shooey Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
We are here at the Wings of Strength booth at the LA Fit Expo with none other than Perennial Ms. Olympia, Lenda Murray. Lenda, welcome to Muscle Sport TV.
Oh, well, I'm glad to be here.
Wings of Strength obviously is the company that female bodybuilding is one of the only ones that are even still covering it as a sport. Over the years, it has grown a lot. You've added shows, and now the Rising Phoenix show off is the de facto Miss Olympia right now. So, how do you feel has it been growing as a show with the division out there?
Yeah, you know what? It's been great, especially with Wings of Strength on board, and they gave away to the first place $115,000 last year. So that's more than I earned in my 8 Miss Olympias. So I think we're doing pretty good.
You know what? It's the prize money. That's why the big thing was that the female bodybuilding was dropped, because they said there wasn't enough of a need for it monetarily to add the division to other shows, and that's why it dropped from the Arnold and the Olympia. But Wings of Strength seems to have no problem giving out that prize money, though. So do you think we'll ever see the return of female bodybuilding to the other shows out there?
Definitely. Women, we're strong. I mean, I think that I know we have a following. I know people love women bodybuilders, because at the Rising Phoenix, we had almost 30 women on stage, 30 pros on stage. We just have to stay strong and hang in there, stay true to who we are, know who we are, and that's it.
8-time Miss Olympia, Lenda Murray at the LA Fit Expo.
This is Deadpool, coming to you from LA Fit Expo. You're watching Muscle Sport TV.
The nose knows that Dexter Jackson is going to win the 2018 Mr. Olympia. And how the fuck do I know that? Well, of course I don't know that. But this is the theory. I've been teasing it for a while on the shows. I've said it a little bit. I'm writing a nice in-depth article, and by the time I post this week's episode here that this nose is going to be on, of course I always put this on MSTV, and I'll also put it up on its own because I think it warrants that. Plus, I'm not stupid. It's going to have good keywords in the fucking title. But this is the theory I have. Phil Heath got 7 in a row. Everybody's expecting him to win the 8th. And I've said before this theory came into my head, probably about a month or so ago, I was saying it's going to be Heath and then who cares? Everybody else is going to be, back of the pack. This is why I think that's changed since then. Phil Heath, long-time Weider AMI athlete, since 2005, if I'm not mistaken, was signed as an amateur before he even got his pro card. They obviously saw greatness in the guy, and they were fucking right. So they got a lot of good years out of him. I'm sure paid him very, very handsomely. Now, I worked for Flex and MD. I never asked what these guys were getting paid, and they probably wouldn't have told me. It's none of my business. And that's why I didn't ask, because, I was just worried about what I was getting paid. I don't give a fuck about Heath. But I know it was handsomely, put it that way, especially because he was top dog for how many fucking years. And then all of a sudden, he gets released out of his contract. I'm not sure the exact way the separation happened. Heath's contract, he's no longer with Weider AMI. Flex is part of Muscle and Fitness magazine. A lot has changed at Weider AMI in a year. Robin Chang, who was top dog at Flex, is, and I'm sure whatever his equivalent is going to be at Muscle and Fitness now, whatever that title is, he's probably holding it at that publication because they swallowed up Flex. He's the promoter of it. And I worked for Robin Chang. The guy was, I don't know him. I worked for him for a year. I left on good terms. I left for a better paying job in muscular development that was full-time instead of freelance and then just show coverage and things like that. So there was no hard feelings and everything. But just human instinct would say, if you had this guy and they gave him fucking millions of covers, Phil Heath, and all of a sudden now, I don't know, however it ended, but it ended. Now all of a sudden he's on muscular development interview by Ron Harris, and both of them are waxing poetically of how great it would have been if he could have interviewed him over the years while he was with Flex. And I agree with that. I thought the exclusive contract thing was just abysmal. It sucked for journalists like myself. It sucked for the fans, because if they liked Phil Heath but they liked MD, were they going to subscribe to both because they can only get like hearsay from Phil Heath and stage shots? I mean, what's the difference? That's not really their workout anyway, guys. I got to break the news to you. Me and I think one or two other guys, we used to ghostwrite all the fucking columns in Flex. And Ron does them all in MD. So now, if you're Robin Chang and now you see Phil Heath, the guy that you fucking paid all of this, man, millions, I'm sure, over the years. And now he's over there saying, it would have been great to be interviewed by you and with Steve Blackman and all of this, talk to see you guys and all of that. And come on, for all intents and purposes, they're competitors, they're rivals, yes. There was bad blood. When I was there was bad blood between them. It was more RX and MD than Flex and MD. But Flex, those were the two main long-term publications out there. And they were both top dogs in their respective, in our industry. And to see that's like almost like your ex-wife now is hooking up with the guy you fucking hate the most. And he's saying, how great would it have been if I could have fucked you all of these years while I was fucking married to that guy? So to a man, I'm sure Robin Chang's like, okay, thanks for nothing, Phil. Biting the hand that feeds you, I see. And a lot of other things are involved with that. Phil Heath is way overconfident. He says he does not have a direct competitor here, that he's like, he's not sure of who is the main guy he has to watch out for. He thinks that they're all in a pack and he's way above them. But he's right. He's got all he's got plenty of reason to be fucking fully confident. Do not take that away from this guy. He won 7 in a row, and all 7 to me were slam dunks. Yes, even including that 1 year with Kai Green where people think Kai should have won. I felt Phil Heath was still a much better bodybuilder that day and night, the night before and the next evening. At prejudging at a finals, even though Kai did look great, Phil looked better. You got to knock out the champ. He didn't knock him out. So I think, so now you're looking at that. He's overconfident. He's over there more than hinting, saying, when I win 10 in a row, then I'll probably hang it up. So he's already looking past this Olympia. He's looking at 2020. He's had a rough 2 years also. Lost the flex contract, however that is. Started Gifted Nutrition. Left his own company. His nickname's The Gift. It's his company. But he kept the Gifted Apparel part of it. Gifted Athletics is the name of the company. It's the shirts and shit like that and the hats. But he left his own company. He stated that there was mismanagement by people that were handling the accounts and all of that and the money, and he lost a lot of money. Possibly true. I don't fucking know. But it just looked weird. Then he went back to Ultimate. I believe he was with Ultimate Nutrition before he was with Muscle Tech, before Gifted. If he was or not, he signed a 1-year deal, like almost like a free agent in the NBA. You sign him for 1 year, you see if he's good, then you make him an offer and you keep him. Well, they decided to let him walk. He was in his walk year. It was a one and done, and walk he did. No other supplement company has picked this guy up. He is, like I said, the 7-time reigning champion, on the cusp of tying the record in the sport held by Lee Haney and Ronnie King Coleman, of course. 8 in a row. I mean, it's amazing. And he will eclipse Arnold's total. He's tied Arnold with 7, even, although Arnold wasn't consecutive. He was 6. And then when he retired, he came back in 1980. And, after 75 retired, he came back in 1980 and won the Mr. Olympia, which he really didn't. So just like Arnold got the nod, I say Dexter Jackson is the only one on that stage other than Phil Heath that does not have flaws. And I'm going to give Heath the benefit of the doubt and say that the hernia was the reason why he had the extension in his midsection last year. I believe he had 2 surgeries right after the Olympia last year. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's going to come in great shape. I don't think he's going to have a flaw. Dexter never has a flaw. I think the only time I ever saw Dexter have a flaw was at the 2013 Arnold, which he won anyway, when the top 5 all had GH guts. And that was the year Arnold started all of that talk, and then we know how that happened. Now Classic Physique is the latest, greatest thing. Oh, and also fucking Phil shit on Classic Physique, saying they're weekend warriors, they don't want to be, big guys, and that's, that's the federal IFBB, that's the, not even IFB, the whole, I guess all federations, that's the new thing now. It's like this Classic Physique look. They're pushing that more than bodybuilding, especially the IFBB, because of the whole Arnold knocking the GH, they look 8 months pregnant thing. So now you got him shitting on their fucking new child, if you will, new puppy that they adopted at the Bide-A-Wee home. Do they still have the Bide-A-Wee home? Remember, that was a kid. He's waxing poetic about MD. I wish I could have fucking done this years ago. This is great. He does not have a supplement contract. Other than his own apparel company, he doesn't have any. So he's just basically a man without a country. Man without a country. And the reason why is because he's not a very likable guy. The fans don't like him. The people say he's the most hated Mr. Olympia of all time. I don't know. How do you judge that, really? But I know that people aren't Phil Heath crazy. No, there's not a fucking... They're not doing a wave when he gets on stage in Orleans Arena. So Big Rammy's got flaws. Rolly's got flaws. I think Sean Roden, his window opportunity passed him by. I think Bonac peaked at the Arnold. He definitely has a great future. I think he's going to see a Mr. O in his future. I think Nathan Diasha, in a few years, he'll be ready. I think he's another future Mr. Olympia winner. That's my feeling is all of those guys, Cedric, who knows psychologically if he's going to be there or not, and I mean be there, like ready to win, or just be the Cedric that cries and stuff like that. So I think Dexter, 10 years after he won the Mr. Olympia, and if you look at Dexter Jackson, compare a picture of him in 2008 and compare a picture of him last year's stage Mr. Olympia. Other than his face having aged slightly, and we've all experienced that, self included. Other than that, Dexter's body looks the same, and they don't judge you by your fucking face, last I fucking heard. So, Dexter is going to be the only one that could stand next to Phil Heath 1 and 2, and if he gets the nod, it's still going to be a big upset, but you're going to say, when you look at it and go, there's no reason why he can't be considered Mr. Olympia. I think Phil Heath is going to get spanked. They're going to knock him down a fucking major peg. It's going to definitely derail him from what he has planned moving forward. I think it's going to humble him an awful lot. I think Dexter is going to retire after winning this. He's 48. He's not announced his plans. But I think if he wins, he'll either say on stage or shortly thereafter, it's time for me to fucking, he's going to retire as the champion, which I think would be a great fucking, as a journalist, that's a great story. It was a great fucking story when he fucking won in 08 over Jay. So I see him winning, retiring. Now you got Phil Heath spewing blood for a year, comes back next year, and again looks great and wins. He's going to be only the second guy to lose and then win the next year, Jay Cutler being the one before that, because he won in 09 after losing to Dexter in 08. And that's going to be a great fucking storyline leading up to next year's Olympia. And then after that, we see Flex Lewis, most likely, like Neil Yoda Hill said, he'll come back in 2020 in the Open. And then Flex, to me, is going to win the fucking Olympia. Because I think if Flex was in the Open now, he could have fucking won if they had the overall. And I have done videos and articles about that also. But not to go off fucking course here. Phil Heath is going to get spanked. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve to win the Mr. Olympia physique-wise. Maybe just some of his recent past, and like I said, even going back to 2016, and something stinks because when you leave your own company, Ultimate doesn't bring you back. Flex why wouldn't you want the top guy being with your magazine, even at a lower scale pay scale, with them say, well, it's not like it used to be. We don't sign guys. They still have Flex Lewis. I mean, that's how Yamamoto got him. I mean, I know that whole story. That's another one. But you heard it here first. And I think it's the only one that's saying Dexter Jackson. And I've been dropping hints all over. Well, that's the fucking theory I have. So the nose knows that Dexter Jackson is going to win 10 years after he won his first Sandow. He's going to win number 2.
talking smack from Muscle Sport magazine. It's a guinea thing. Feels good to be back, bro. But anyway, bro, I'm still fucking broad and shit. You can see them shoulders. Yeah, baby. Motherfuckers. How about asking me some fucking questions? Tell Joe.
Change in diet.
Or something. Put down some fucking questions. I eat a lot of roast beef. A lot of stuff enough.
Wow.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Don't give me no bullshit about that. Gut flora, but come on.
Wow.
Gut flora. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
That's terrifying.
It's fucking bullshit.
Gut biome, gut
Absolutely.
bacteria.
Come on, give me a fucking break, right?
Just such a strange concept.
Shut up and sit down.
Time for a little light workout outside. With no whisk, get workout done at home. Have a good evening.
Make sure you got it correct, alright? Pros use the valedictorian, right? So use the one with the highest number and all that stuff like that there, right? So you make sure you got everybody where they need to be when you come in and you sit down, because there's going to be certificates and all the stuff. We're going to have you all in place, alright? So, like I said, the first row of seats, the first row of names, boom, boom. So get that together now. So like you guys probably be on the end here as you come in and then sit down.
This guy is so big. He's a new Rob. Congratulations, guys.
Sir, the guy on deck is 11. Highly motivated, truly dedicated, not versatile, fucking broken, sir. A lead, firefighter machine. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah.
I don't even know how you get down. I see how you get down. I didn't even know you had a photographer. But, you know what I'm saying? Gym gang is clearly global. When you get your own photographer,
That's
you
a
pumping
fact.
weight in the gym. Yo, just tell Gym Gang to let you know to get bigger shirts, B. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Gym Gang, man. My brother Fire Department. It's your boy, League Louie.
Yo.
Tell us some things about Banner through the training, man. What? What did it not tell about him? Yo, I don't think I've ever met somebody as strong as Dorian. That's number one. Number two, he can't break the walls in mass confidence. The only thing I ain't seen break. And number three, keep it short like I didn't do in there. It's a good dude, B. He was a little bigger though when he got here.
I could have broke the walls if they would have allowed it.
I can't even lie, yeah, because he probably would have messed the whole facility up. So that's probably why they ain't let him do it. But I mean, you can clearly see the man needs a bigger shirt.
Get you in the gym too.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
Maybe not on your time, but we get there. Yo.
What's up, y'all? All right, so I know a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube, y'all been wondering, you know, where I've been for the past, 6 months or so. And it's because I've been in training and become a firefighter for the Mount Vernon Fire Department. And, so now that I'm back, now that I'm officially, today was graduation day.
Oh, well, they're related.
Now it's back to the gym. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of me, and y'all gonna be seeing the real me again. You put on like another 4 or 5 inches on the arms. I'm messing with y'all, but nah. I'm a proud Mount Vernon firefighter, and it's Gym Gang.
Save your breath. Save your breath.
Give me more. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, eat that shit up. Come on, Ray, eat it up. Come on. Come on, Ray. Eat it up more. Come on, Ray. Never end this shit. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. 30. 40. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Match that, Ray. Let's go. Match it. Okay. 20. 30. 40. 50. Good. That's what I'm talking about. 50 clips.
Oh my.
Who's up 50 clips?
Man's at the match that.
All I'm saying.
It's 100 clips at top speed. Niggas ain't fucking with this nigga right here.
We took some time off. You know, we had to do our little travels. You know, we went out to the East Coast. We went out to the West Coast. You know, LA. You know, we went to visit our people out there. You know, Big Jamal, Body by Reed out there holding it down for us. You know, we had to go down to Ohio. You know, we got family down there in Ohio. A couple of ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? You know, June, you know, Iron Man, Jim Gay. We got Benny Blanco down there in Ohio. You know, started up for us. You know, our next trip is going to be Atlanta. You know, and then Miami after that. Then after that, wherever state y'all want us to come to, let us know. We're going to show up. Gym Gang.
We're going to have to leave it right there. That's going to be all the time we have for this week's episode of MSTV. We see you here every week on our flagship variety program, MSTV, on the Muscle Sport TV channel on YouTube. I want to acknowledge Anthony Tedesco from Antabolic. That's ANT-abolic.com. This guy, his knowledge base is ridiculous. Everything that is fitness. And you don't have to be a competitor. You can be a housewife wanting to get in great shape. Anthony will take care of you on that one. So it's at Antabolic, straight across on Instagram, and it's ant-abolic.com is his website. You can reach out to him at either of those two. They are the title sponsor of our Thursday Ask Me Anything MSM style. So 3 shows a week now, guys. Monday, Hot Stuff presents Muscle Sport Radio. Wednesday, LegalSteroids.com presents Gearing Up. And Thursday, Antabolic presents Ask Me Anything MSM style. You guys sick of me yet? Let the comments fly. Hey, fuck it. We'll see you guys in a week.